From Lubbock, Texas, this is a special edition of MCTV. I'm Bree Bordelon.
And I'm Brittni Clemons. Our first story covers President Trump's first address to U.S. Congress in Washington, D.C., February 28. In his speech, President Trump called for unity of the Republican and Democratic parties. Reactions to the speech are mixed. Some are saying it is a step in the right direction for Trump's administration. Others are remaining skeptical of his leadership.
On the topic of President Trump, February 25th, he announced his intention to increase U.S. defense spending by 10%, a total increase of $54 billion. In 2015, United States military spending was calculated to be a staggering $596 billion. According to White House officials, the increases will bring the new total to $603 billion.
On Wednesday, February 22nd, President Trump removed a policy established during the Obama administration that allowed transgender students to use their bathroom of their choice. Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos was initially hesitant to sign off on the order due to causing potential harm, but eventually relented. It is noted that individual schools will still be able to let students use the bathroom they are most comfortable in.
The popular social media app Snapchat has made plans to take their company public. Snap Incorporated set its IPO price at $17 a share, which is above the original target share price of $14 to $16. Snapchat's 26 and 28-year-old co-founders, Evan Spiegel and Bobby Murphy, will retain control of more than 90% of the company's voting rights.
Sunday, February 26th, the 89th Academy Awards was held in Hollywood, California. What started as a near-perfect show ended in a shocking turn of the events. La La Land was announced as Best Picture when the true winner was Moonlight. Announcer Warren Beatty claims he was given the backup envelope for Emma Stone's Best Actress win rather than the Best Picture envelope. The accountants responsible for the mix-up, Brian Cullen and Martha Roos, have been let go.
The City of Lubbock Health Department confirmed Tuesday that a rare kissing bug found in a Lubbock home has tested positive for the Chagas disease. The disease may be symptom-free, but can be highly critical. In some cases, the disease can lead to heart failure, an enlarged esophagus, or even death. Dr. James Alexander, currently working with the Lubbock Health Department, advises homeowners to seal their homes to prevent the insects from entering. Dr. Alexander said dogs are also very susceptible to the disease. He advises pet owners to keep animals inside at night and away from bright lights.
On February 28th, students found themselves shielding their eyes after strong winds created a dust storm in Lubbock. This is the first dust storm Lubbock has experienced this year.
Yeah, Brittni, you really never know what to expect with Texas weather. Next up, to talk more about the weather, we have Lexi Carden. How are things looking outside today, Lexi?
Well, thanks, Bree. Today it's going to be really nice outside, as we can see by the clear skies, and it's going to be pretty windy. According to the Flags and Memorial Circle, it's already breezy right now. And tonight it's going to get down into the mid-30s with the low being 34. It's going to be pretty breezy and cold. The winds are going to be going at 20 to 25 miles per hour. As we take a look at this afternoon, temperatures got into the lower 80s in Lubbock, 82 around Lubbock, and 77 around Plainview. But as we go further north up the Caprock, we can see it got cooler with Freona at 73 and Morton at 76. As we look at tonight's temperatures, we can see that in Lubbock it's going to get into the upper 50s with 59 in Lubbock, 54 in Plainview, and the further north we get, it's going to get cooler with 50 in Freona. Tomorrow afternoon, temperatures are going to be pretty average across the plains. We're going to see mid-60s around the area with Lubbock at 66, Brownfield at 66, and Morton at 67, and pretty basic temperatures like that across the area. And as we go on to tonight, we can see the temperatures dropping into the mid-50s again with 54 in Lubbock, 53 in Morton, and getting a little cooler in Tulia with 50 degrees. And as we can see across the nation tomorrow, there's going to be a large area of cool air moving in tomorrow morning. And by mid-afternoon tomorrow, the temperatures are going to rise across the south and the southeast. And by late afternoon tomorrow, we can see that the temperatures have risen a lot more, with most of the country being around 60 degrees and around the Lubbock area and the Oklahoma area all being around the 60-degree areas, with the warmest areas being around South Texas. And as we go into our 6-day forecast, tomorrow the high was going to be a lot cooler than it is today with 67 degrees with a low of 39. Winds are going to be light at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Wednesday, the high is going to be 76, a low of 52. Winds again pretty light at 5 to 15 miles an hour. And on Thursday, the high is going to be a little warmer at 81 degrees, a low of 50, and southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. As we take a look into the weekend, spring break is coming up, and so the start of spring break Friday, the high is going to be 83, low of 50. Winds still light at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, it's going to be a breezy day with a high of 78, a low of 43, and winds are going to be pretty breezy at 20 to 30 miles an hour. And Sunday, the high is going to be 78, 48 will be the low, and the winds are going to be pretty high at 15 to 25 miles an hour. And that's a take a look at our weather today.
The Student Government Association held their annual elections last week. The two blocks, Fearless and Raiders Empowered, competed against one another to tie down votes from the student body.
Here with us today is Texas Tech campus political expert Haley Turner to talk to us about SGA and the election.
Can you tell us a little bit about the two blocks and the goals they're wanting to complete?
Yeah, so the two blocks are Fearless and Raiders Empowered. Both blocks were filled with wonderful, driven, motivated students that truly love Texas Tech, which is shown as to why they are doing this election. As it was announced that Raiders Empowered won the election, and I'm a great group of people. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with it. I'm sure Fearless had some great, very important things that they wanted to accomplish during this, had they won the election. But I really want to brag on Raiders Empowered here for a minute. They had a lot of things they wanted to do, such as they wanted to add more food choices on campus, put a dog park on campus, better parking for our pay. They wanted to do a digital ID card, really things that we can all benefit from. They had much more than that. It might not seem like that much, but truly these are all things that we can connect from. The dog park and the food on campus, you can all connect from things like that. And I really think that Raiders Empowered kind of tied together the entire goal of SGA, and that is more student involvement on campus, more connections, more building relationships. And don't get me wrong, I think Fearless had a great strategy. They really had a lot of things going for them. I just think Raiders Empowered really tied together that main idea.
So what kind of campaigns did the students hold?
They stood in areas of the campus that had large flows of students walking by. They handed them flyers. Is that a great idea? Yes. Is it 100% effective? Maybe not so much. What I think Raiders Empowered truly won in this campaign, or in this election, is their campaign strategy. They would go and talk in classrooms, and I think that I myself saw that. I know a lot of other people noticed that they did that a lot more than Fearless did. Why that's important is because, when you hand someone a flyer, they're just going to look at it, maybe put it away for later, maybe not, maybe they'll just throw it away. But when you go and talk to someone in a class, the student has the mentality, okay, I'm ready to learn, here we go. So when a student from the block comes in and talks to the class, they're more likely to engage and listen to what you're saying, maybe even get their vote. So I think that that's where Raiders Empowered truly won this election. And also, let's face it, you're going to vote for who you like. Let's say you have a friend in Raiders Empowered, a friend in Fearless. You're more likely to vote for them because you like them and because you trust them. And you might have a friend that doesn't really know much about SGA, doesn't even really care. But you're going to say, hey, I have a friend in Raiders Empowered. Can you vote for them? And they'll vote for them because they're your friend. So you know what? College campus, we have an advantage here about word of mouth. And I think word of mouth news really gets further along in elections like this. But altogether, if Fearless would have won, I feel like they would have done great things. I know they had some great people that, they don't love Texas Tech any less. And so I think Raiders Empowered is going to do some great things. I just think SGA is a great opportunity for people to get involved on campus, leave their mark on Texas Tech, and I think it's something that everyone should definitely consider.
Thanks so much for being here. We really appreciate your insight.
Thank you so much.
Texas Tech sports are really heating up this season. March 1st, the men's basketball team won against UT 67-57. They are currently 18-12 for the season. Texas Tech baseball is currently 9-1. In their most recent win against Western Illinois University, that scored a staggering 15 points against the Leathernecks. We're looking forward to seeing how the Red Raiders do this season.
Are you having a hard time finding an internship or a job? The College of Media and Communications is having a career fair this Tuesday from 1 to 5 p.m. in the McKenzie Marquette Alumni Center. There will be 27 companies attending the fair, so take advantage of this free event to network. Bring your resume and dress to impress. Spring break is just around the corner, guys. I know I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it as well. I've heard that some popular places this year include the usual Gulf Shores, South Padre Island, and Panama City Beach.
Sounds like we need to pack some sunscreen. Thank you for watching this special edition of MCTV. I'm Bree Bordelon.
And I'm Brittni Clemons. Have a